pain in your Achilles tendon, it can be very uncomfortable and something that can take months to get back to normal. An important aspect for recovery though is rehab. And we have 7 of the best exercises you can do for it in this video. It's really important with an Achilles tendinopathy to go at the right level with rehab. Otherwise, you can set it off and it can end up getting worse. Or it can mean you get stuck in a cycle where it's just not getting better. So we've split the exercise into levels. Start on level 1 and gradually build up through the levels. And we'll talk about the most important part of when to progress to the next level. So you can ensure you're getting back to normal as quickly as possible. So level 1, this will involve a calf raise off the floor. So standing, holding onto something, you'll raise the heels up, have a slight hold and slowly lower, and then repeat. Level 2, this is the same as level 1, except this time it's off a step. So getting more loading and stretch into the tendon. However, there is an important thing to note with this exercise and a certain situation where you won't do this one. And that depends on whereabouts in the tendon the pain is located. If it's in the mid portion of the Achilles, then it's called a non-insertional tendinopathy, and this exercise is great. However, if it's lower and on the heel bone area, this is called an insertional tendinopathy, and this exercise might cause more compression as the heel drops down, and for some, can be more irritating. So if that's you, don't do the exercises off the step. Level 3 is back to the floor, but this time doing the same thing but on a single leg, with the same slow and controlled tempo. Level 4 is the progression of level 3, and it's doing the single leg off a step. Again, if yours is insertional and this irritates, then don't do it. If making it through these levels okay, the next step is to start progressing towards more plyometrics, which is more jumping and explosive work. Before getting to that though, a great in between, if you have access to it, is level 5, and it's a sled push. It's more loading through range and helps building back up to normal. Start with this light and slow, and you can do a really good build up on this, working to get heavier and more explosive, trying to push it faster. If this is all good, or you just don't have access to one, then you can move on to level 6, where you'll stand on one leg with the other hip up to 90 degrees flexion, then do a quick switch to swap the legs over. Start this off slow and then work to build it up in terms of the amount you do and the speed that you're doing it at. Level 7 is speed skaters. Again, start on one leg and then jump sideways. Initially land and hold the position for a second and then jump back. Progress this by increasing the speed and distance that you jump. One thing that's actually really important with Achilles rehab that gets missed is that yes, it's important to work on these exercises to focus on the Achilles, but if you're doing much less activity generally due to the pain, let's say you normally run but can't due to this, then you also need to be working on other areas that will be getting less work so that they don't decondition, such as the quads, the hamstring and the glutes, and doing cardio. It's just making sure to do exercises that don't aggravate the Achilles in the process. Now, knowing when to progress the exercises is also really important, as go too high too quickly and you can irritate it and set things back. So what's the best approach? Well, it will all depend on your pain response to the exercise. So stick to this following structure of doing the exercises on alternative days, and during an exercise, you shouldn't get any more than a 3 out of 10 on a pain scale. So a bit of discomfort, but nothing sharp or bringing a grimace. You then need to check for after effects, so any increased pain later in the day or the next day. If that's the case, then don't progress. If it's making it worse over a few days, then you need to drop back down a level. However, if there's no pain during or after, then progress within level first, so increase the number of reps. Then, for example, if you're able to do a single leg off a step, so level 4, for 12 reps 3 times, and it's not bringing on pain during or after, you can start progressing towards level 5. Following these rehab exercises being okay, you can then start to return to running or whatever activity you're wanting to get back to. But again, making sure you get this right. Start off slow and a really small amount of time and see how you respond. If all is okay during and the next day, then go a little further and keep gradually building it up. As you go faster back to your normal pace, then reduce the distance back down and build it back up until you're back to normal. So we have all of the information for loads of conditions on our website, including this one. There are 11-step guides to helping you sort a condition out, including everything about what it is, important things to look out for before starting the rehab program, our AMR approach to maximize recovery, and a step-by-step rehab program split into levels, including how to approach it. It's got a weekly exercise tracker and an activity diary to know what needs modifying. And we go through how long we expect it to take and what to do if things aren't working. This is a great resource if you wanted all the information you could want about a condition and how to improve it all in one place, and a really great way to support the channel so we can get more videos like this out. For more information, the link is in the description. Check this video out here, which goes through how to progress the exercises in much more detail, including rep and set schemes to use, and another important factor that you don't want to miss when recovering from an Achilles tendinopathy.